Hey, yo, bro, who y'all think got the best handles, yo?
Man, Kyrie off tops.
Hold on, better than Jamal Crawford?
What? Easy.
What's good, YouTube? Your boy Bosco back again with another live stream. Kind of last minute, spur of the moment. I've been wanting to go live a little bit, but I had a lot of things to get into. But we got to talk about this, bro. I'm going to figure out a way to make this right. I don't think if I play the video, you guys will be able to hear it. I think it will glitch. So I'm going to play the audio, show you guys some images. A link to the whole podcast, of course, will be in the description box below. So if you guys want to see it in its entirety, go ahead and check out that clip for sure. I'm probably going to repeat myself a few times today, but this is something that I saw in person that I thought was pretty crazy. Dizzy, what it do? Welcome to the stream, my guy. How you doing, bro? NBA player, former NBA player, wearing fake Jordans on a live stream. Crazy, bro. All due respect, they're called customs, but you guys know us in the secret community, you know, fakes and customs, that word gets thrown around a little too crazy. Especially, I mean, I don't know if this guy's trying to mass produce these and make some money from them. You know what I'm saying? We got some more things to get into too. We're gonna talk about Skip and Shannon Sharp leaving the show. I'm hearing that he opted out of his contract, so I will talk about Shannon Sharp a little bit because I think that's interesting. I'm glad that that's actually happening. I want to know what you guys think about it, obviously, because you know, ever since he did that thing with that whole little Brady discussion, I really didn't dig that. So you know, it was good to see Shannon still be professional and then just ride it out to when he can leave when he wants to. Then I came across some shoes today. I did get a chance to get some more shoes in my hand. Shout out to the homie Gill. He definitely blessed me with some nice shoes that a couple I will be keeping and a few I will give away on future giveaways for the channels. Damn, I don't have my wheel. I got this wheel that I'm going to do for members for these giveaways. It's going to look even more legit. I'm getting more and more pieces added to my stream to make it the full package, man. What's good? Facts for real 32. What's going on? Dizzy, what it do, bruh? We in the game. We in the game. We in the game. Got a few colorways of these that we're going to talk about in a little bit. Plus, I got some more shoes for myself that are definitely dope. Yeah, man. So if you guys don't watch the podcast, the Gill Zero podcast, you definitely should check it out. Steps 23, what it do, or 213, what it do. Yeah, man. It's a dope podcast. If you like basketball, I mean, I might be a little biased, but I feel like this is the best basketball podcast out, and arguably one of the best podcasts out, period, just because of the talk, the information you can get. You can get life gems, you can get basketball gems. Some of the lessons you learn in basketball apply to life, vice versa. So it's definitely a good podcast. Everybody involved with it, the different elements and pieces there. This is not just a biased opinion. If you watch it yourself and you're into basketball, I'm pretty sure you would like the show, right? So I was able to go down today to go ahead and watch it live. So that was dope to see. The Gill Zero podcast that's on are sponsored by Underdog. It's on YouTube. It comes on like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And we were chilling out, or we weren't chilling out, but they were doing their podcast while I was watching, you know what I'm saying? And the chat, I guess, during the stream was really going in about this, but they didn't ask the question to the very end of the show. Jason, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Maybe so. I don't know, Cool Kids. We shall see. We shall see. Yeah, these are not too bad, bro. I think this is one of his best silhouettes, if not his best silhouette so far. The Harden Volume 7 is definitely a dope shoe, and they got a lot of colorways that we will talk about briefly. You know, I got like maybe 5 or 6 colorways to show you guys right here, plus some other shoes I was able to scoop up today, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to kind of stay on track, but of course, we're going to flow all through this motherfucker as we going through the live stream. But man, so they had a whole little 2-hour podcast talking about various topics. You know, Lonzo Ball, the rumor about him, the coaching staff saying he's not going to come back. They feel like he's not going to even play next season. He might have had a career-ending injury, which sucks. That was one of the topics. They talked about the league and the physicality of it. A lot of good things on this topic of the podcast. So definitely check out today's episode. he actually said my name in the video, but that's neither here nor there. And it wasn't like they introduced me or nothing. It was just the off-camera reference, basically around this topic that we're talking about right now. So everything happened for a reason. It was a dope little experience and stuff like that, man. You know, you wanted them. You want the pink ones? We got those too, my boy. But like I said, let me stay on track. Let me stay on track. Now, like I said, my computer is a little crazy, so I think if I try to share this, it might not play. So if it doesn't play the video, then I'm definitely gonna play the audio with pictures and give you guys like a little slideshow, like we back in school. You know what I mean? But you cannot be an NBA player of any caliber, you know what I'm saying, and wearing fake shoes. That's just not cool. Now, there's a thin line as of late in these last few weeks, months, maybe last year, where they start trying to blur the lines between fakes and reals and fakes. Oh, it's not okay. For example, like that whole 2J's thing. One of the things that he got a little attention for was buying somebody's fake custom baby Travis Scott's. I guess it was a Travis Scott. I think it was a shoe that wasn't made, but somebody customized a baby shoe into it, and he bought all the baby shoes and sold them as the shoe, but saying it was a custom. So it was really a fake, but it was a custom because it wasn't really a Travis Scott. I don't know. It's kind of confusing, right? That was like a real blurred line on that. And that was like what people try to hang their hat on and say like, oh, he's not saying this. He's saying it's a custom. But he sold it in the stores as a Travis Scott baby shoe. So it's like real gray area. Eric, what's good? Welcome to the stream, bro. How you doing? So in this particular situation, they were podcasting for about 2 hours and 10 minutes or so, going in really good topics about stuff. It was Kenyon Martin there, Rashad McCats, Miko Grimes, Gilbert Arenas, and Josiah Johnson. That was who on the panel today for the show. I'm gonna see if this plays. Like I said, you guys might see because I don't have my mixer. You guys might be able to hear it, but I won't be able to. So what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna mute it on here and try to sync it here so I could pause it. We're gonna figure this out. But I just thought it was funny because I was just sitting there like a fly on the wall. You know, when you're watching the podcast, just let them record. You gotta be quiet on the set and just absorbing what was happening, bro. And I think this was pretty crazy. So let's dive into it. I don't want to hold y'all up too long. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I'm gonna play this video. Let me know if y'all can hear it. Okay, it's gonna be background first. Okay, hold on. Okay, so bam, that right there, that clip's not already showing it. So what happened was they have a part on their show called Mostly Fans, where they have people during the podcast when you're watching it live. You can put questions in the chat. You got to spam your questions so they can catch it, and the staff behind the scenes will, select a couple questions out of the chat to ask the panel, ask Gill and ask the panel. So the first question was about who was the player you went out with, or who was like the biggest party animal that was a teammate with. And they all went down the lines of who they were talking about. So the last question was, Josiah was like, okay, Rashad, the chat's been asking this the whole stream, and we got to ask you. So what's the deal with those shoes? Let me see if that's what this says here. I don't think it's gonna say that here. He's like, so they want to know what's up with the shoes. Okay, my clip's gonna say the same thing. See, so the first question that he's responding to is, people want to know what's up with those shoes. And then Gill says, yeah, man, the chat says you can't be wearing fake Jordans on a basketball podcast. First of all, the chat is ruthless, bro. We all know the chat is, let me take this off because that's not going to work. Wait, hold on. Let me show you together. Let me get it together. So yeah, that Josiah asked him, the chat wants to know about those Jordans. And Gill was like, yeah, the chat is saying that, you shouldn't be on a podcast wearing fake Jordans, a basketball podcast wearing fake Jordans. and then you'll hear a response. Let me know if you guys can hear him clearly.
They say you can't wear fake Jordans on the sports show. Fake Jordan?
The girl in the background, Miko's like, what are those? Wait, what are those? When I heard her say that, of course I started laughing because I'm thinking in my head, you know, the whole meme, what are those? And for her to actually say it, because she's like, wait, hold up, what are those? Are y'all able to hear that? Were y'all able to hear that? I hope y'all was. I think y'all was able to. If y'all not, somebody will say it and then I'll get it. Okay.
Talk about no Michael Jordan, you mine.
Okay, I'm gonna rewind it.
They say you can't wear fake Jordans on the sports show. Fake Jordan? What are those? Talk about no Michael Jordan, you mine.
I don't give a fuck about no Michael Jordan. These mine is what he said. Now let me show you guys what he's talking about. You guys can see the image. Shout out to Rashad McCants. This is no slander on him personally. It's just a mistake that he made. I understand he's trying to get his own personal brand out there, confidence, or I forgot the name of it. He's gonna say it later. He has a brand. Everything he's doing is customized. So everything he's wearing is customized, right? So granted, it's his own thing he's trying to do. These are you guys can see what the silhouette is, right? These are Jordan 11s. Let me get you a closer look at them. These are Jordan 11s. The silhouette is. So he's doing what the Kai, the cool Kai, and the Omni and the Hellcat, and what those guys are doing with the Jordan 1 model. He's doing it on the Jordan 11 and making it his own brand. But it's the Jordan 11 with like a fake Burberry print on it, which is kind of wild. It's kind of wild. It's kind of wild. I don't know if y'all like that or not, but this is the shoe that they're talking about.
What y'all talking about?
Those are the Jordans, the layout, fake. So they're not Jordans.
She said, those are the Jordans, the layout fake. Those are the Jordans, the layout fake. He's like, what are you talking about? These are mine. These are customs. When he said customs, I was like, okay, I kind of backed off a little bit. I'm like, okay, he got somebody to hook him up. You know, the shoe surgeon. There's a billion customizers out there who take a real Jordan 11 or a real shoe and customize them. You guys seen that plenty of times, especially we do sneaker stuff. So you've seen this plenty of times, right? All right. So when he said customs, I sat back. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, this picture is not mine. I'm gonna show you my angle because when I was sitting down, I was really close. I was right by the set. I took some pictures to myself because when I first heard him talk about him, I was like, whatever. But then he said customs. I fell back, but something said, you know what? Take a picture of him just to get your own thoughts on him. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, listen. Let's go some more.
So they're not Jordans.
No, they're not Jordan. They're McCants. They're mine. Like everything I wear, custom.
Like I said, everything he wears is custom. He always comes with his own like brand, which I'm not mad at. They're on a podcast, they're on a platform. He wants to pump his stuff. That's what you're supposed to do. He's always wearing like his own shit. He's always wearing like a customized shirt or something like that. The shirt he got on is custom. He always comes on with the crown. That's like his little thing that he's doing. And then I guess maybe the pants and the shoes are too. I'm not mad at you starting your own shit and doing your own thing, but the one part that he's doing that's not cool is the shoe thing. Y'all already know where this goes when people do stuff like this. Yeah, we got to hear them laugh because this shit was funny.
Works for me. And
Yeah,
chat.
what's he gonna say?
And chat.
Look at Kenya Martin's face. Shout out to Miko Grimes. She's the female voice y'all hear. Look at Kenya Martin's face after this is not when this is after McCats like speaks more. This is like after McCat kind of breaks it down how this is his shoe and custom and everything he wears is custom. This is his look. This is Kenya Martin's look. Y'all see that? Let me zoom that in. Y'all see him like he looking at Gill like as we got the sirens is going off because it's illegal. They might be going to go get McCants right now. They might be going to get McCants right now. Yeah, I understand the custom vibe. I understand doing something different, but you got to be careful doing that. You're on a basketball podcast wearing fake Jordans. Hold on. God damn. It's kind of serious. They're really trying to find the boy. Let's go back to the video.
Works for me. Hey,
Yeah,
chat.
what's he gonna say?
Hey, chat. Listen. Y'all, this is what y'all did right here. Right here. Oh, this how we feel?
And he took offense to that. Gill was just being funny with it. He's like, "It's what y'all did." Because I mean, I guess in the chat of the live streams and just everything, apparently the chat's not so kind to McCats. I don't know why. You know, people in the chat are just ruthless. They pick you apart for anything that they want to. You know, he already came in with the crown off the rip, so they kind of took it back. They were taken aback. So you come on the scene with a crown on, they're like, "Who are you?" He's a reputable basketball player that played for Carolina and he played in the league. McCats has some game. He's not a scrub. You know what I'm saying? He's not a scrub. So, you know, just because people might not know about him fully doesn't mean he was a bum or nothing. He definitely played significant minutes and time in the league.
Oh, this how we feel?
So he mad because Gill and them asked a question that the chat was asking. It wasn't like Gill and them said nothing. And Gill's asking the question, are those, like, what are those, right?
I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for it. Yeah. I didn't know you was this type of nigga. No, I didn't. Now I know. They've been telling me. No,
Now that part for me, when I was sitting there, you know, podcasts are always entertaining. When they get the raising of voices, that's always extra content, vice versa. But when he said that, he said, what was his response?
now I know. They've been telling me. No,
They've been telling me. Who been telling you? What they've been telling you? What they've been telling you about my boy? Okay, let's scratch it. What they've been telling you about Gill? Like you on the podcast, on his podcast, what they've been telling you about him. He didn't do nothing wrong in this scenario. Josiah asked the question that the chat put in there. Shout out to the chat, because like I said, the chat is undefeated. The internet is undefeated. When it does. So that means somebody said something that he's expecting to happen. What? What was he talking about with that? I don't understand that part right there. That part right there, I don't get. Yeah, the link is in the description box. You guys can check the full thing out if you want to watch the whole thing. I'm just going to break it down and go over it how I want to. But the link is in the description. Go ahead and check it out and subscribe to his channel and watch it. It's a dope podcast.
So surprised. No, I mean, I really thought. Wow.
Listen to what he's gonna say.
And you just put the print, because my dad used to do that with the Jordan.
He's saying, I thought those were just white and you put the print on them. And he's like, my dad did those with the Jordans. This is what Gill's saying. And so people don't think Gill rode around with a bunch of fake Jordans. No. People in high school thought he had fake Jordans because back then in, 95, 96, niggas was dip dyeing the shoes back then. That's what re-inspired me. Yeah. That's what re-inspired me to do this to my zebras. I was like, we used to dip dye shoes before. I remember my boy used to dip dye the 11s. Gill had, his dad bought like 4 pair of Concords at one point, and he dip dyed them in all black, all red, I think it was. And I think he did like 2 black, 1 regular, like one he didn't do nothing with, and the other one was like a red or a lighter color. His dad dyed him. He was like, I'm gonna give him, for Gill to be different. Gill was starting his little, getting his light up there in like the beginning of high school. So wearing the 11s was definitely one of the shoes popping back in the high school days. So his dad would do that. His dad would dye the shoes, and people thought that his shoes were fake because he had Jordans in colorways that wasn't out there. And hence, this is one of the things of what sparked my idea from dip dyeing my damn Yeezys. So it's not like he was clowning him or saying some bullshit. He was being real. My dad used to do it, so I thought that's what you did. McCat's taking it personal because the chat got at him. That's the chat, bruh. You the one.
Because my dad used to do that with the Jordan. He just printed his own colorway. So that's why I'm looking. I said, what are you going to do? Oh, then I was. I'm just reading, brother. You can read how you want. They come in the same place yours come from. They come in the same place.
When he said it coming from the same place, obviously that means from China, because he's getting his shit from across the water because these are fake Jordan 11s. Gill shoe, the Adidas Gill Zero Resto Mode, which I just got another colorway today. They're made in China. So when he's talking about they're made where your shoes made, they're made the same place your shoes made. Well, yeah, normally shoes are made over there, but when it comes to Jordans and you say they're made from China, it comes across as a fake. What they call them, across the water. Kind of crazy. What's up, Banks? Welcome to the stream. Yeah.
They come in the same place. I'm gonna tell my dad to take a picture of his Jordan, and it right.
Oh yeah. Let me make sure. Okay, that's what I said right there. I don't know if y'all heard this when he say my dad. I'm gonna tell my dad to send me pictures of Jordans because he used to do them all the time, and the cat's is not believing it. He's like, right, Bob? When he says right, Bob, and he points, so y'all know when y'all watch the podcast, he's talking to me. I'm over there in the corner with my 13s on. He's like, right, Bob? I'm like, yeah. And even Miko goes like, he got on Jordans, talking about me, and then she goes to Kenya Martin. He got on Jordans, like those aren't Jordans. You'll see. Right, Bob? I'm like, yeah, you might can hear me very little.
I'm so happy. So when you said that my own, I'm like, give me your own.
Easy Beezy, this is Rashad McCats. Links in the description if you want to see the whole podcast. My bad. Yeah, so on the back where the Jordan logo is, it says greatness instead. Do I have that picture? I don't have the picture of the greatness. I should have took pictures when he got up and walked around, but this was the last segment, and after the podcast, like they were clowning, joking about it, and then he went to the bathroom, and then like he got ready to leave. You know, it was like whatever. He felt like they were trying to put him on blast, so I didn't want to be the one like, oh, let me, I should have did it though. And next time I go over there, if I see him with him, I'm gonna get better, closer up pictures so y'all can actually see him. But what he's doing pretty much is the same thing that Bape and all them guys did, where they take the shoe, the silhouette, and then just put their own thing on it, but it's the same silhouette. And maybe he's not paying attention to what Bape went through and everybody else, but if he did something to try to make money off of this, he could get in trouble if he got too big, obviously. You know what I'm saying? If he made a couple $100, ain't nobody gonna trip off that. But if he got some money, that could be a problem.
Just like my shirt.
So that's not Jordan.
What did I just say? How many times you gotta say it?
Yeah, but it's Jordan.
What did I? It's the format of the Jordan.
So it is a knockoff.
No. We're not doing this. What you mean? We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Hold on.
We're not doing
That's a Jordan.
Yeah, I was there.
That ain't illegal. No.
What is it?
First of all,
He like,
that ain't illegal.
yes, it is, my nigga. You cannot do a knockoff of a silhouette and try to do yours and just switch to. It's the Jordan 11. Y'all can see in the picture. It's a Jordan 11, bro. The only thing on the back, you don't see the Jordan logo. On the back of the shoe, it says greatness.
How would it be illegal?
And see him saying that is like, wait a minute. You don't know how that could be illegal, bro? Rashad, you don't know how that could be illegal? That's copyright infringement. He's like, yeah, it's the silhouette. Yeah, the silhouette is I'm sure. Maybe they didn't copyright the silhouette for the 11s. Did they do that? Did they copyright it for the 11s? I don't know. I don't know if they copyrighted the silhouette. I would assume they did. It's Nike. I would assume. He said he know what he's doing.
Be illegal. How would it be illegal? Jordan is the logo. Oh, you're right. I know I'm right.
So because he didn't put the logo on it, because he don't have the Jordan logo on it, he thinks he good with that 11 silhouette. Do I got another better picture? Yeah, I got another picture. So also there's gonna be a part where hold on, let's go. Kenya Martin even says it. Go ask Bape that shit is what Kenya Martin says. Because he's talking about it's just the logo. He's like, Kenya Martin, like, go ask Bape that. Bape definitely had that problem with the Air Force One and the Dunk with their whole Bapesta. Of course, the Cool Kai. Of course, the Omni and the Hellcat. The list just goes on. I mean, those were things that were made kind of relevant in the culture. So even if you didn't know much, you probably would have heard of Cool Kai, you know, the fake knockoff ones in the sense. You would have heard of that, but apparently maybe he didn't.
Fuck y'all. Go ahead. I still want my custom Agent Zero shoes. Look.
But just don't. Okay, Gill, because I guess Gill's saying he talked to Rick McCats before about getting a custom shoe for an Agent Zero shoe, which is cool. But just make sure, Gill. I don't think you're watching right now. Maybe you are not. But just make sure that your silhouette is not something that's already out on the market. That's the main thing. Don't get no Jordan 11 custom Agent Zeros unless you're getting a real 11 that's customized. And I think that's what Gill thought he was going to get at first. Maybe, but he said he wants his special custom Agent Zeros, and that would be smart. He could probably make the shoe and make money. I don't know if it's a conflict because he's with Adidas already. I don't know if that would be a conflict of interest. It sounds like it might be, but maybe he just wants a one of one. Who knows? But nah, don't go through McCats for your custom because it's going to be a Jordan 2. That shit's funny. Gill like me, like no, it was him. Talking about Josiah because Josiah's the one who asked the question. But I mean,
I told my people, I said, when he do this,
I'm like, there he goes again with that. I tell my people this. So what conversations are you having, bro? What conversations or what is people telling you before for you to be having this? They told me this could happen. I knew that they said this. Who's they? Who is politicking about the homie when he got you on his podcast? Who? That's what I would like to know. Put a name on that. Who's talking shit? It don't make no sense. All due respect, but like, who's talking shit to be like, they told me it's gonna happen. They said it was gonna happen. What?
we gonna know why he did it.
And we're gonna know why he did it.
I want the shoes that you never asked him one. I never asked for the shirt. Never. The Agent Zero shirt. No. First of all, the Agent Zero jacket and the shoes. You said they were 13, and I said they were 14. You never asked. The low top ones. We don't have to do this. You can't.
So apparently Gill asked him or his guy who helps him make his custom stuff. Gill probably want to get his custom stuff, and Rashad saying he didn't ask him that. Gill saying he did. I don't know about that. I don't know. Then he tried to flip it and say, putting me down gonna help the ratings. I'm all for it. No, bruh. It's what the chat said. They've been commenting on it because this is a question they have. This is something that's been in the sneaker game already with people doing knockoff Jordans. And shout out to Grimes because she the one, oh, it's a double knockoff. She had me dying actually.
I know where I stand now.
See, Rashad took it a whole different way than what Gill was trying to do. Gill asked the question and was trying to elaborate because he has some history in doing similar things. Making the custom shoe ever since high school. And then he, there's a shoe surgeon and all these other customizers. So we thought it was a custom shoe. Like I said, I even was, I thought I understood what was going on when he said these are custom. But then when he elaborated and said this is the Jordan silhouette or this is the Jordan model, but there's no Jordan logo on it, I'm like, bro, you don't know what you're talking about now.
I knew where I was going in the chat.
James was good. Slap Talk was good.
The chat had a question. It was dropped into the document.
Okay, let me catch you up to speed if you guys are just joining. What's good, James? What's going on, Eric? We got Boss Up. Slap Talk was good. Rashad McCats was a player in the NBA, also played for the University of North Carolina. Baller, he did good. He did his thing out there in Minnesota. He was on a basketball podcast wearing fake fake Jordan 11s, fake Jordan 11, fake Burberry Jordan 11s, because the print is like Burberry and it's a Jordan 11, but it don't have the Jordan logo. It says greatness. So it's Rashad McCats shoe and not a Jordan shoe, but it's a Jordan shoe with Rashad McCats information or stuff on it. I don't know. I mean, that's the story. That's what he's sticking to. That's what he's breaking down. And I'm just going over it. I'm doing the audio of it because obviously the video is too slow right now. So you guys can check out the video clip if you want to. That's how you guys can check it out. It's in the description box below. or just go to Gill's Arena. But I have a link to the exact episode. If you guys want to go to just this part in the video, it's at 2 hours and 9 minutes. But you definitely want to check out the whole podcast. But if you want to go just to this part, it starts at 2 hours and 9 minutes. We got a little bit more.
It was dropped into the document. The chat had a question. It was dropped into the document. They said the Burberry 11. But they're your own shit. These mine. Well, my own artwork. It ain't no Burberry. It's not a Burberry pattern. These are my patterns. Okay.
So you knocking off Burberry and Jordan.
I thought that shit was funny, bro. She's like, so it's the Burberry print. No, it's not Burberry, it's my print. She's like, so you knocking off Jordan and Burberry. So these the double knockoffs. She didn't stop and like chill. She kept going. I thought that shit was hilarious, bro. So these the double knockoffs.
So you knocking off Burberry and Jordan.
I'm not I'm thinking about surgery, like Dr. Surgeon shoes.
When he say Dr. Surgeon, you guys know he's talking about the shoe surgeon, just to be clear.
I'm being nice, man, because I ain't here for no, I'm saying Dr. Surgeon. I'm not here for violence.
Get your shit off.
She like, get your shit off, youngin, and just laughing, bro. That's hilarious, dude.
I thought you wanted to say something about my shoes.
I ain't got nothing to say about nobody.
Shout out to her. She was wearing those Psy Collective. You know that guy, he has his own brand. She was wearing some Psy Collectives. I seen her wear a couple of his shoes. That's dope. She's supporting an individual, a black-owned business. So that's dope. She had some cool shoes. Kenyon Martin had on some 4s. Gil had on his shoes. I don't know what Josiah had on. And I had the 13s on.
You get to us how you get to us. Shit. They turned the lights on.
Oh shit, that was the end of the clip right there. Okay, hold on. There was some more to it though.
What y'all talking about?
Those are the Jordans.
These are custom.
The layout. Fake.
Customs.
So they're not Jordans.
No, they're not Jordan. They're mechanic. They're mine. Like everything I wear is custom.
They mine, like everything. They custom. They for me. I feel you, Rashad. I ain't mad at you, bro. You got to be careful. You got to be careful.
When I said, when it does, I'm gonna be so surprised. No, I mean, I really thought. Wow.
That shit was funny, bro. That shit was funny. Hold up, let me see.
First of all, yeah, that ain't illegal. No. How would it be illegal? Jordan is the logo.
That's a dumb nick. I mean, no, he's a smart guy because he made it to the league, whatever. But that wasn't a smart response right there, bro. Jordan is the logo. No, shoe surgeon. No, the shoe surgeon didn't do these either. He did them. I don't know who he got them made from China. He got them made across the water, as they say, from overseas. These are fake Jordan 11s. He just told them to make them without the Jordan logo and just put greatness on the back. I get what he's trying to do. I respect the hustle, but there's a different way to go about it. You guys switch some more things up on it. It can't be. It looks too much like it, bro. Hold on, let me see, because I got them in clips. I think I have a clip where there's a little bit more.
And I said number 14. You never asked. All of this shit, so he can see what I see.
So yeah, he takes a picture of the shoe so he can see what I guess he wanted to take a picture of the shoe to show somebody else. And this was the picture that he took because I asked him for this picture to get a closer look at it. Y'all can see the print. That's a Burberry print. It's a Jordan 11. My cats, bro. This is not a good look. The chat was like, why are you wearing fake basketball shoes on a basketball podcast, bro? Like that is funny as fuck, bro. That's the ultimate no-no, dude. I don't care what you say.
I had a question. It was dropped into the document about nobody. You. It's not.
That's a little bit like.
No, it's not. It's great.
It is. All right.
Doing this. We ain't doing nothing.
Rashad, you
I see where we at now.
You cannot tell me.
I see where we at now.
You can't tell me that.
Yes,
Those
it's
are
your
double,
knockoff. Yes.
double knockoff.
These are my
That's
patterns.
not the actual Burberry.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
That's a little bit like.
No, it's not. It's
It
great.
is.
She says a double knockoff.
I know I hate
That's
it.
funny.
I'm not hating. I'm just
I can
saying.
smell it. The other thing. We gotta get appreciate y'all pulling up.
That shit was funny. And this conversation went on for like another cool 5 to 6 minutes after the show. It was just funny, bro. It was crazy to see. I'm surprised my boy did that, but I understand what his vision was. I know what he was trying to do, but I just don't think he executed it the right way, bro. I don't think he did, you know? Big shout out to Rashad McCants, because like I said, he definitely was a baller. He definitely did his thing. I mean, you have to be good to be a recruit to North Carolina. You know what I mean? I heard some other stuff with him in North Carolina. I don't know how it ended well, but he went to North Carolina, balled out there. I think they won the championship. Then he went to the league and played some years in the league, played with KG in Minnesota. You can check his stats. You can check his highlights. He's definitely not a scrub, but this moment was a scrub moment. He wants to flip it and say it's his own shoe. So you got to respect entrepreneurship, but you got to do it a different way, because that's not the way to go about it. Going about it this way looks like a complete fake knockoff, bro. And you do not want to be in that category in 2023 based on just the way everything is. Like, you just don't want to do that to yourself. Why would you do that to yourself, bro? I wouldn't want you to do that to yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's crucial as hell. It's not. I don't know, bro. I don't know, but it is what it is. Maybe, you know, you can wear what you want to, obviously, but when you go on a platform like this, you know what I'm saying, that people gonna call it out. They're gonna call it out. They gonna call it out. Kenya Martin's face was hilarious, bro. When he's like, bro, what is this guy talking about? What is this guy talking about? In the video, when you see his face, you're gonna laugh even more, because he's like, dog, what the fuck is this nigga selling us? What is he trying to sell us? Because this is not it, bro. Not it, bro. And Rashad took it the wrong way, got mad. But I mean, it's the chat, bro. You can't get mad at what the chat bring out. They clowned Gill before on what he had on in this video. They clowned him for what he had on this video. Let me see. Do I have a picture of him? Gill had some Adidas jacket on that the audience thought was kind of funny. I'll put it here so you guys can see. Yeah, no, ain't nothing. I mean, the jacket not bad. I mean, the shirt not bad, but you know, it's kind of funny at the same time. Let's see, it's gonna pop up. Yeah. So they were clowning him about this jacket because they say it's 3 things in once. It's a jersey, crew neck collar, or some shit like that. Because he got the jersey. Oh, it's a jersey V-neck collar. Because that is kind of funny. What is it though? Because it is a V-neck with a collar. I haven't really seen that before. And then it does look like jersey material. So that the chat is undefeated, bro. Gill's response to this was it was free. So I mean, hey, whatever, bro. But yeah, you know, they both had the brown going on. The color combination was there. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Everybody's up fair game. They got on Gill for that shirt. They got on him for those shoes. And hopefully everybody cool, and it's cool the next day. They do film tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm curious. I'm gonna go through more episodes and see what else he's been wearing. He said he wore these before. I don't remember seeing it. But now I'm gonna go through some more of his shits, and we're gonna make a video out of this or something, or maybe another live stream when I find some more shoes that he's wearing, if they're as bad as this custom. I mean, obviously, I don't know if it was where he was sitting for them to see the shoe. I don't know, but I thought that was some funny shit that happened today. And yeah, I had to talk about it once again. If you guys want to see the full podcast, link is in the description box below on Bosco Mitchell. I don't know if it should be on the link below for everywhere. Whichever one you're watching it, whether it's Bosco Mitchell, Bobby Thrift, and the third option is the Twitch. I'm on Twitch tonight, just streaming on Twitch. My following over there is whatever, but I gotta put more streams up there, of course. Yeah, that shit was funny, Shooter. That it was a funny episode. At least, I mean, it's humor in a lot of the segments there, but it capped off with that shit happening. I thought that was hilarious. I thought that shit was funny, bro. I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe my eyes. Yeah. So, you know, shout out to Rashad McCants once again. You know, hopefully he bounced back. you know, come with some heat. I mean, he like he say, he always wear custom stuff. He usually just wears his stuff. He don't really wear too many other things. One thing that he said too was like, "Motherfuck Michael Jordan, this is my shit," you know. So he wanted to let people know, like, yeah, these are Jordan, but they're not Jordan. This is mine. And I like I said, bro, I feel you, Mashad. I feel you on that, bro. But there's a way to go about it, and that's not the way, because if the right people get to that, you're gonna get in some trouble. Point blank, period. Just because they don't have the Jordan logo, it's the Jordan 11 silhouette. You got to get some type of, I don't even know if the word is clearance. You might just have to alter the shoe a little bit. It looks too much like it. Besides not having a logo, that's not a big enough difference to, you know what I'm saying, to differentiate the shoe, bro. So hopefully at some point they get it together. Hopefully he gets it together, you know. And shout out to him, bro. Hey, man. I mean, that would be dope as hell if that was the case. You know, Skip is leaving. That was one of the other topics. Not Skip, but I'm sure you guys have seen it. I just saw it on somebody on my Discord. Somebody posted it. I forgot exactly who, but shout out to whoever posted it in my Discord. Energy 810. Join that. That's in the link in the description. Also, join my Discord. A lot of good things in there, a lot of good topics and information being shared. But yeah, after some years, however many years it was, Shannon's leaving undisputed, which is a good thing. You know, once Skip Bayless did that little shit he tried to pull with Tom Brady, comparing, you know, Shannon Sharp's career to Tom Brady's career, I was done with that connection too, and I'm glad that he left. Because he definitely went too far and crossed the line trying to defend Tom Brady by going at Shannon Sharp. That shit wasn't cool at all, bro. Shannon Sharp has reached a buyout with FS1 and Undisputed that ends his partnership with Skip Bayless. So when's the last episode for Undisputed with Skip and Shannon? Shannon got his own podcast that's doing well, Club Shay Shay. It's going to do even better now because it had more time to put into it, probably have better guests. The debate thing is cool, you know what I'm saying? But Skip sometimes just seems like he's only coming from one place and he needs the other guy to kind of bounce off to make his point seem any type of relevant, or just to be the opposite of what everybody's thinking type of thing, you know? I don't know how many more people Skip can go and make this next connection with. Skip also has his own podcast too, but I know he does have a contract to stay on board with FS1. So how is that going to work out? Is it just going to be him with the mediator? I'm sure they're going to find somebody else to fill in the spot, but who will it be, and when is the actual season, you know, starting over with? I'm not going to lie, it was a good thing to watch at some points. Like, it's good TV, it's good sports talk, but it does get a little repetitive and kind of like sometimes you just don't know what these guys are saying. Sometimes they're just saying stuff just to be saying it or whatever, but you can honestly have these feelings and be true to whatever you're saying, and it just, you know, I just don't agree with it. But like I said, the time when Skip went in about Brady's better than you, he had a better career than you, and you're just jealous because he's playing, you're not, that was just extra. I don't care what nobody say, all that extra personal digs, get that shit out of here. And yeah, I'm gonna leave you high and dry, bro. You go ahead and finish this yourself. You can find somebody else who loves Tom Brady just like you do, that's in the NFL or whatever, and you can talk about him, whatever. But I'm glad Shannon's out. It's cool, man. Cool. Good to see that happen, man. For real. Good to see that happen, bro. So that was just the other thing. Skip or Shannon finally leaving the show. I was surprised that he stuck around as long as he did, but he was being professional about it. So that's always a good thing, man. You got to be professional. He didn't just storm off and leave the next day or the next week. He waited for the time was right, I guess, and went through the proper negotiations. So there you go. Oh, supposedly after the NBA season. Okay. At least he's ending on a basketball note. I will definitely tune in and check out that episode. You know what I'm saying? See how that goes. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's been a show that's been around for a minute, and I did not mind going there to find out what they talk about, because they do have good conversation. But yeah, that show's kind of ran its course. I think Skip Bayless kind of has ran his course over the time. You know what I'm saying? Who else is he going to jump on the bandwagon of now? Everybody that he likes doesn't really like him. Like the players he plays favoritism to, they don't really like him like that either. And so he's just going to be built on the next generation and try to find somebody new to hang on. I don't know. You know, what's next for Skip by itself? You know, it all remains to be seen, obviously. But yeah, I think it's been an interesting day just in those two topics alone. You got an NBA player wearing some fake Jordans, and you got Skip and Shannon being done. You know, Shannon Sharp leaving. I think that's a big thing that happened today. Also happening today, I really wasn't tripping. I told you guys about it. I did a video on it on Bosco 2.0 that nobody cared to watch about the Yeezys that released today on Yeezy Day. I did see a lot of people on my timeline did catch some W's. So shout out to anybody. There were some people in my Discord that also caught some W's too. So congratulations on you guys if you guys were able to get what you wanted. The only thing out of there that I really considered, the zebras would have been fine because I dip dyed my zebras, but the thing I would have liked also was the blue slides. But it is what it is. I was doing something a lot more entertaining for myself, being over there at my boy's crib, chilling out, watching the podcast, and seeing it in person. I was supposed to been made some moves over there. I just been procrastinating, having other things come up, but I will be over the crib a lot more. You know, I think I'm gonna leave it there because I don't ever see myself sitting on the couch with them. I'm not a professional athlete, but I definitely will be there in spirits and behind the scenes to just get it done. That's my homie, man. We go and chill and talk about other stuff besides that. But after that, after everything happened, the smoke cleared, we got over that, talking about that. The other purpose of me going over there was because he had got some more colorways of his personal shoe, and I had to go pick up a couple pairs. So I definitely want to show you guys. I did show you one pair already. This is like the alternate to one that's already in stores. And this shoe right here, I'm a fan of it. It is my boy's shoe, but I do like it. They are comfortable. They do have a lot of grip on the court. This is a good performance shoe. He was breaking it down too a little bit on his live stream because some people out there might think it's funny. You know, they keep coming out with colorways for the shoe. But you do see the shoe on sale like you see every other shoe. His shoes are on sale inside the stores. They keep coming out with colorways and more colorways because his market is really big overseas. In China, his shoe sells very well out there. That's why they make a lot of different colorways because people out there are scooping them up. And some of those colorways just trickle on over here to the States. I don't know if the response is the same, but of all the retired players, I think he's number 1 or 2 on Adidas with the shoe sales. So they definitely are moving, regardless if you see them in your stores on sale or online on sale. They definitely are moving, and I'm glad to see that and know that, you know what I mean? Because you want to see your boy, your people always be successful. So yeah, this shoe right here is not a bad colorway. I kind of like this one a little bit more than the original one. I don't know. I like this one though. Got the snakeskin print on there. Dope shoe. Kind of narrow on the toe box, so I go with the 14 on these. A lot of details to this shoe also. I will for sure do a review on this for this shoe. And then there was another colorway that I got also, and this one's definitely pretty different. Boom, this colorway is definitely on point. I like these. Colorway is pretty dope, kind of like a Miami colorway. Got like little details on the back of the shoe. You know what I'm saying? They kind of hook the silhouette up, man. The different colorways, the different styles. And this is only one silhouette. There's a whole other silhouette that he has that at some point that will start pushing out to in a retro ring. I don't have that shoe next to me because I had to do some cleaning up today. But yeah, these are pretty dope. Both colorways. The Gill Zero Resto modes is dope. And then also in the podcast today, whoa, how we do this? In the podcast today, he dropped some jewels too of why these are not called like the Agent Zeros or something like that, or Hibachis. And he copyrighted both of those names, so Adidas can't use them. Maybe if he licensed the name to them and then he get paid for it, blah, 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 blah. But because he trademarked Hibachi and Agent Zero, that's why these are not called the Agent Zeros or anything like that. They're called the Gill Zero Resto modes. You know what I mean? So that's dope. I didn't know that because I was wondering why there was no Hibachi theme or anything like that. And that's why when they released the Benihana collab, the red, black, and white one, the first original pair said Hibachi on the side. That was before he got the trademark. Now he has a trademark. Can't say Hibachi on the side. But this colorway is definitely dope. Not mad at these. I'm not sure when these actually will hit the stores. Maybe they're on Adidas.com right now. I don't know. You could check it out for yourself and see. Definitely a dope shoe though. Like I said, good performer. Not just saying that as a biased opinion. It's facts. You can wear them in the grocery store. You're gonna squeak when you try to skeet. They're good grip on dirty courts and newer courts too. So, well, obviously new courts, but sometimes people have issues with shoes with the proper grip when the floor is dusty, the court's dusty. You know how that goes. Fortunately, those shoes do have grip too, so that's the thing. Shout out to that. Hit the like button if you haven't done so on the stream, and if you just join in, let us know what you think about the McCats situation. McCats played for North Carolina, played for Minnesota. True NBA player, played in the Big Three also. He does train players, so he's relevant in the basketball world. He just made the mistake of that, and I'm curious to see what the backlash is going to be. What's tomorrow's going to be like? Is he going to double down with another custom Jordan, or is he going to come and wear something normal? Is somebody going to let him know, like, yo, you got to be careful with that because you could? I'm curious to see what's next. What's Rashad McCats thinking? You know what I'm saying? So besides the podcast, coming to check that out, picking up my pairs of my Gill Zeros, I got my hands on a handful of Adidas Harden Volume 7s for me personally, but I think I'm going to give some of them away because I'm not going to keep all the colorways just because, I need more things for my giveaways too. Plus, I have plenty of shoes, a lot of shoes. More shoes will be coming. That's one of the reasons why I told you guys before that I don't really see why. I don't see a reason for me to buy any more sneakers for myself personally. I really, really don't, because I got enough shoes. And this is not bragging or nothing, but I just have enough shoes, bro. I have enough shoes already, and I can get shoes for free, and I don't need to spend money on it. So I'm going to chill unless it's something I got to have, a classic sneaker or something like that. But for the personal, there's no need to. I just came up on 6 pair of the Harden 7s, and they can all be personal, but I'm going to be nice and share them with my audience. This colorway, the Scarlet colorway, is probably my favorite colorway of the Harden Volume 7. Now, this shoe, I don't know what it looks like wearing it for casual wear, which I normally wear my basketball shoes for. Maybe training them. Maybe I work out and train in them, something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know what this will look like trying to rock it casually, but definitely it is a cool basketball shoe. Definitely pretty futuristic, if you ask me. I'm not mad at the colorway. Got the red one here. I showed you guys earlier. We got the pink colorway too. I forgot what this one was called. It's not like a breast cancer awareness or anything. It's just the pink colorway. Harden Volume 7 is one of the better silhouettes as of late. I did like the Harden Volume 6. That was a step up from the Harden 5. Had a little bit more flexibility and a little bit more ankle and Achilles cushioning. The Harden Volume 5 was just kind of a stiff shoe, but a lot of people, it was a stiff shoe and built more for flat-footed players, I believe. And a lot of people do like that shoe. So it's not like it was something that people didn't like. It was something that people gravitated to. And with this one here, this one definitely has a little bit more bend to it than the other Hardens does. And then, of course, this upper net with the booty, it makes it like a light shoe, like a sock booty. I hate to say that because it sounds like I'm saying something else, but yeah, man, these are pretty clean. I'm not mad at the Hardens. Definitely a futuristic shoe. So we got the Scarlet. I forgot what the pink colorway is called. Then there's a black and white colorway. Black and white colorway that's pretty solid as well. I'm definitely gonna do a sneaker review on these to see how these feel on feet. These do have boost in there too. I will get the more specs on it, but there is boost on the whole midsole, as you guys can see. This is boost cushioning right here, and it goes throughout the whole bottom of the shoe, as you can see all the way up to here too. So we got the pink, the red, the black one. Then we're not done yet though. But then we got, if you guys are Kentucky fans out there, we got the Kentucky blue or Duke blue colorway. I don't remember seeing this colorway at all. Maybe it's online too. A few of these silhouette colorways or a few of these colorways I have not seen online, but I haven't been looking. But I do sneaker news and I look for different shoes coming out, and I just haven't seen these colorways mentioned dropping yet for the Harden 7. If you guys have, let me know in the chat, like if you guys have seen these online or if you own any of these pair besides. I know this one is out. I know the red one is out. Is the pink one out? Dizzy, what colorway do you got? I know you got a bunch of them, or you got like one or two, or you got something. I forgot which colorway you had though. Then we got one that I call like the Bruce Lee colorway. Maybe it's just something else, but like, the yellow and black. Pretty dope. Not a bad shoe. All of them look the same, but just the colorways is different. Not mad at these Hardens, bro. definitely wanted to see what these were like, and I told myself, I was like, when I seen them, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna grab it to do a review, but I was like, you know what, I probably won't have to. Let me just hold my horses and just chill out. It's not a shoe I really need for myself personally, and I might be able to get my hands on it. What I messed up on, I'm not tripping though. I should have put in a word for this drop that came today. I really should have did that. I really should have been like, yo, can you do any of this Adidas right here? I should have did that, but I wasn't tripping, and I don't really do that. But I could have did that, and then maybe I should have tried. Because when I got my which ones did I get before? I think it was like no, I didn't get any of them before. But when the Turtle Doves first came out, the access to those things was ridiculous. You want one, Bob? Nah, I'm cool. You sure you don't want one? You ain't going for you or your mom? Nah, we're cool on those. I was cool on the Turtle Doves, bro. I wish I wasn't cool on the Turtle Doves. I should have grabbed the two. Everybody was like, oh, these are nice. These are kind of cool. They kept bringing boxes in the spot, and the people going through them, and I wasn't tripping off of them, bro. I was heavy on the Nikes and everything like I already am. So I was not tripping off these Turtle Dove Yeezys when they first came out. And I just wish I grabbed a pair of two, because even if I wore them once or twice and then sold them, I could have made, whatever. But I wasn't even really on the Turtle Doves. I did the same thing with the Turtle Doves, which was the same thing I did with the Jordan 1 Shattered Backboards. Had access to get them, could have got a few pairs, wasn't tripping, didn't really care for orange Jordan. Who wants the orange Jordan? Forget this orange Jordan. And then you guys know what the Shattered Backboards about. And then the last colorway that I got is this purple one. It's purple and black. It is from a school. I don't know the school name. PVAMU. PVAMU. I don't know what school that is. You guys might be able to know more than I would, because he went to Arizona State, so I know it's not his school. Maybe it's his high school, but he went to Artesia or something out here. Y'all see that? PVAMU. So some university, but I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely not one of those. Definitely not. I'm never one that asks for stuff. Things are just offered, and that's why I rather keep it that way than to be like, yo, can you, hey, yo, hey, whoa, hey, what about, hey, no, yo, nah, fuck all that. Seen too many of those type of people around just in general. So I just never was one of those. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, we got some pretty cool colorways that are Harden Volume 7 that we will do. I'm gonna do a review on them, either all together or one individually. I don't care. I'm gonna talk about them though, because they are some pretty cool shoes, and there are other colorways. And like I said, I don't know how many of these are actually in store right now, to be honest with you. Oh, Peer Review A&M. Okay. Yeah, I never heard of that school really. Maybe they're pretty good, but that's dope that they got their own collab. That's dope that they got their own little collab with Harden on Adidas. I like that. Yeah, nah, you can't be greedy. It's like I said, man, it's just a blessing, and it's already just to have somebody that you know and that you grew up with, that you're truly friends with, that made it and became successful in the field that you guys wanted to both become successful in. And because he did it and I didn't, I never was a hater or jealous. I'm very prideful in that, because I've seen it go so many other ways for so many other people. And he said it in one of his podcasts, like one of the other ones, give you guys insight. He's like, man, my friends, this and that, out of everybody, I don't know, only 2 people come to my crib, only 2 people been here. I'm one of them motherfuckers. Fuck that. It's just about being real, bro. It's not about anything else. It's just about being a normal human being, bro. Everybody gets around and try to find out ways to get more and find out ways to benefit themselves or what they can gain or whatever the case is. It ain't about that, bro. The Tiana Taylor Jordans, they cool. I like the packaging. Shout out to her for getting the collaboration. It wouldn't be something that I would grab myself, but it is a cool colorway. I like the different swoosh with the thorns on that, representing like a rose. Pretty good situation. You know what I mean? It's not a bad, or it's not ugly. It's just not something that kind of sparks my interest. And it's weird because I thought they came out already, but apparently they're about to come out or they just dropped. But I was under the assumption they dropped a minute ago. Maybe because I just talked about them and did like a update on them or something like that. You know what I mean? Sometimes we see shoes earlier and earlier, and now it's getting all foggy and kind of like it's getting foggy because different people have different release dates. Some people release the shoes much earlier. Some teams come later. You know, there's been so many releases on the Flex app that I'm pretty sure, like, didn't this officially release somewhere else already before? Why is Flex just now putting it out like it's just now dropping? It's kind of confusing how that happens, but it happens. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is, bro. Crazy day though, bro. I did get some content. I wasn't really, you know, I went there and got there late because I had some stuff going on here. They had to do some maintenance over here, so we had to let them come through and I had to let him come through and do it. And I got a text from him because we've been talking back and forth. I was supposed to go yesterday, but I didn't go. Then he hit me up again, like, you sliding through? Like, yeah, for sure. So I had to rush over there. And, you know, for some reason, the last couple of days, it's been a lot of fucking traffic out there. So I got there a little late. I plan to get there a little early so I can, you know, go there and chill and also get content because it's green light to record over there. So I want to definitely bring the content from over there and just our conversation and just the vibe and over there at that fucking house. Why not? But I got there late, so I didn't really record. I didn't want to record their podcast because it's their podcast, but I did get some footage there and some content of being at the crib. So you'll see that in one of my next videos coming up. More improvements. Dude got the court in the backyard. I shot the ball today. That shit felt good. I was like, oh man, kind of gave me a little itch. I can't go back out and play ball 5-on-5. Maybe I could do 1-on-1s or just shooting contests. You know, maybe that might be the move for this summer. As far as like YouTube content, as far as like IRL, maybe sneaker shooting contests for shoes or something like that, or randoms in the street. Things I'm trying to do for the content, for the, you know, add different things to the channel. So we shall see. Got a lot of ammunition for that. But big shout out to everybody joining the stream now. If you guys are just joining, shout out to you. The title is Not Fooling You. We talked about earlier people wearing fake Jordans or a former NBA player wearing fake Jordans. And if you're just joining right now, I'll just show you the picture. I'll leave it up on the screen for a second. The Jordan 11, or what's not a Jordan 11, with the Burberry print. Shout out to McCants. He's definitely a hooper. We ain't taking that away from him. Put some buckets in the NBA, so he's official with that. Just made a little slight kind of mistakey, and I mean it because it's like he's not wrong in his intent, but the execution is just wrong. You can't do it that way. Like, I understand. You don't think niggas had that idea? You know, I'm gonna take a Jordan 4 and just make my, like, no, you gotta tweak the 4. You gotta do something different. The only thing that's different on this shoe is no Jordan logo on the back. And the print is something that's never been out before. That's not enough to differentiate it, bro. That's the only thing I'm gonna say. It's not dissing. It's just poking fun of it now because it's out there like fake shoe, blah 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 blah. And you know, to be honest, people are gonna continue to say it's a fake shoe because it's a Jordan 11 silhouette and it's not a Jordan 11. So it's not gonna be considered a custom. Well, yeah, it's not gonna be considered a custom shoe until you have the Jordan logo on there. Then it's a custom Jordan 11. Other than that, it's a straight knockoff. And there's no other way to go around it and say it. Without it having the logo on there, it's a knockoff. And it sucks because he was kind of mad. He was getting upset because they were saying it, and Miko was like, oh, so it's a double knockoff. It's a knockoff of a knockoff. You're knocking off the Jordan and you're knocking off the Burberry. Like, cold business, bro. I get what you're trying to do, your entrepreneur self, you know what I mean? But that just wasn't it, bro. Maybe you should have wore it on your own IG story or something like that. Promote it, you know what I mean? But don't. Damn, I can't. The internet's not gonna let you let us down, bro. Would y'all rock these if they came out? If this was a real 11 and it can't with this, if this was the 11 colorway, would you guys rock this colorway? You know, everybody's taste is different. Everybody's style is different. There could be some people out there who like this. He got flamed, bro. The chat, I don't know if you guys are able to watch the podcast with the live chat feed. They were going in from what I was told. I didn't watch it obviously because I was I was there watching it live. But they kept saying that it was being posted a lot in the chat, like it kept being posted and people kept roasting it. So I can only imagine it was. I was off camera, so I wanted to say something, but I didn't want to be on camera. I wanted to tell the dude, like, take the shoe off and put it on the desk. Like let's examine these motherfuckers. That's what I really wanted them to do. He crossed his legs to show you guys the shoe, but nah, take one shoe off and put it on the table where the camera's at so we could just analyze that shit real quick. But I didn't want to, I just kept my place. Next time I'm there, more times I'm there, maybe I'll chime in if they need something. You know what I mean? He did refer to me off camera, right, Bob? So what I'm saying, maybe I could chime in, and it don't seem like bad because I see on a Joe Budden podcast they be having people off mic, not even Parks, but other people in the mark and other people in the background saying something or one or two, Yeah, man. Shout out to Rashad. Shout out to the pod. It is what it is. Just want to know your thoughts and opinions of it. Let me know, of course, in the chat or in the comment section if you're watching on the replay. Those are kind of like the things that I kind of experienced today. I really didn't hear any news. I mean, I know we got the Travis Scotts, the SBs that are restocking on the 23rd of September, but that's just down the road. Then I also seen that there's a bunch of restocks on June 1st. A lot of restocks of dunks, which makes no sense because Nike just released that statement where we talked about in either last podcast or the other podcast about them saying that they needed to go to a different direction and move people around because they have a lot of stale products. And in that list was Jordan's, Dunks, and Blazers. So now all of a sudden they have a full restock of like 5 to 6 dunk lows that nobody cares about. I'm like, what sense does that make? I don't know if that's too much of a smart move. But I mean, Nike's gonna do what they're gonna do. But why would they release that statement saying that if they don't? I'm just confused. I was confused. I don't know. I don't know. I have it close by. It's in the car. I don't know. It's close by. Shout out to Scarface, one of the best movies. One of the best movies. Even though it's one of the best movies, a lot of people celebrate Scarface when they should be celebrating Sosa. I told you not to fuck me, Tony. Fuck with me. Whatever he said. Pause. You know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, man. So if you guys are ever out there in the market and you're thinking about making a custom shoe, make sure it's not a shoe that's already out in the market, especially a Jordan, a retro Jordan at that. One of the most popular retro Jordans at that. I mean, unless you want to go down the road of Cool Kai and Omni and the Hellcat. Luthi, what's good? Welcome to the stream. If you want to be in that category, then go ahead and do it. With him doing one of ones though and customs to himself and for him, he should be fine. He's just going to be considered wearing, I guess, fake customs. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, he said he's ordering them. Like he's ordering them. He's like, I order them from the same place you go. I'll get them from China, the same place you go. So like, is he ordering size runs and he's trying to make money from these, or if he's just ordering a bunch of different colorways in his own shoe for his own well-being? But if you're wearing them online, you must want some attention for them. So then when people ask about them, you're like, boom, go to my website and buy them. Speaking of websites, you guys go ahead and check out my website, boscosgoodies.com. I updated it. I finally took the time to update it so it might flow a little easier for you to find things to get. You know what I'm saying? It's not just items listed. You can see the drop down menus for hats and jerseys and apparel, and shoes. So check out the website now, boscosgoodies.com, and set up a little more easier. I lowered the prices. Everything, all the shoes is under it's under $100. All my shoes that are listed are under $100 right now, and they're probably gonna stay that way for a little bit. There might be one or two shoes that's over, and you'll see why, but mostly everything there is under $100, and they're all new. Everything that I'm having on my website right now currently is new, unless I state otherwise, but everything that's listed on my website now is new. I uploaded a lot more stuff. If you checked out my website 2 days ago, there's a lot more stuff up there than there was 2 days ago. A lot more shit. I went through a lot of shit because I had, like I said, some stuff about to happen here, maintenance, so I had to move a lot of shit around, and by doing that, it helped me get some time to go through some of my bins and just some of my other shit that I have and post everything on my site. So I got a lot of clothes up there, apparel. Help your boy out if you want to support. Don't just check it to snoop. Check it if you want to buy something. If you go there and check it out and then you don't buy nothing, cool, but don't just go to just look. I mean, it helps either way, but hopefully you can scoop something up. You dig? No pressure though, of course, but I gotta say everything I'm saying right now, man. He had me thinking at first he was with Jordan. Yeah, because I mean that's the thing. When that's the thing, me and Gill were talking about it, and Gill and them were talking about it. Like, you know, Gill's impression, that's what he was saying in the podcast, and mine's too. Is like, well, the boy went to North Carolina. So I mean, if you play for Mike or play for, you know, North Carolina at the time, North Carolina was North Carolina, and they won a championship with North Carolina. So you would think that he had his own little connect to get PEs or something like that. You know, we don't know how this works if you're not in the NBA and you don't, you know, everybody can assume what the contracts are like, but you don't know that shit unless you're there. So maybe you got the there's two different types. There's terms, I forgot the name of them, but there's like a player contract and there's like a associate contract. I don't know if that's what it's called, but there's a player where you get like, you know, like the PEs and all that shit, but then there's one where you just get like the regular Nikes that they make. You can get whatever ones you want. It's like two different levels or two different tiers. So I thought he would have been on one of those tiers. You know, I don't know. I just Jordan 11s and just left it like that. Cool. But I don't know if the chat was able to see that they didn't have the Jordan logo, or if the chat just saw the Burberry logo and knew that those were never made. Either, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If he could have just kept it as custom Jordan 11 and just left it at that, you know, but he kind of went with the personal thing and saying it's his and his on brand and fuck Michael Jordan. This is his shit. These are the Air McCants, like the Air McCants. He didn't say Air McCants, but you know, these are the McCants, and I'm saying Air McCants because the Air Jordans, the Cool Kais, the Air Cool Kais, or the Omni and the Hellcats. Didn't he do Air Omni or some shit like that too? Air Kai, Air Omni, Air McCants, you know. Shout out to Rashad, man. He, like I said, he made it to the league. I ain't hating on you, dude, but that shit was just a bad mistake, bro. And we gotta have fun about it and talk about it. We in the sneaker culture, you know what I'm saying? And things like this, I'm gonna bring up. It fell in my lap. If it wasn't something that, like, if this came out and I saw the podcast a day or two late, I probably wouldn't have did it. But I was there in person when it happened. You know, my boy said, "Go, yeah, make some content on that shit." Yeah, I'm about to do it. And I'm about to go through some of the other videos and see what other shoes he's been wearing, because this ain't the first time. It's not the first time. He did say he wore these on the show before, so which means he wore these and maybe something else. Yeah, I did see that. I did see that. The custom stuff is dying down, and that custom store is closed. Just like I noticed that the Finish Line inside Topanga's closed. I'm like, is Finish Line one of them stores that they said they was closing down too? That's crazy. Finish Line closed down in one of the malls. A lot more stores to come too. You know what I mean? But you guys gotta be careful, man. If you guys gonna wear some customs, just let it be known what it is. If you're gonna be wearing fakes, if somebody asks you, just let them know. Don't try to fugaze people, because once they find out, they're gonna roast you for it unless you don't care. And you know, that's what we're saying. That's the topic of conversation. You say one thing, you know, one thing, he'll never do that again. But he's about going against the grain and doesn't care about what the people think. And shout out to him for that. A lot of times that's a good thing. Sometimes it could be a bad thing. But he, you know, is he going to double down and wear either the same shoes or another custom again? Or is he going to, you know, come with some whole other shoe? That's what we want to see now when we tune in tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. If I didn't have a couple errands, I would be back again. I'm definitely going to go back a few more times before the finals is up and after the finals is up. But yeah, I definitely will be back some more. I'm curious to see what's going to happen, bro, because that was some funny shit. The double knockoff Jordans, a knockoff off the knockoff, bro. Knock it off. You can't be doing that, bro. Man. Yeah, so you know, he says he noticed how the chat is. People in the chat talk shit. They do in the live stream and everything. People talk about him. They just talk shit. I don't know why. I mean, you know, they say he's too buff to be able to shoot because he's like a bigger dude, you know, but he was a shooter before. So, you know, he said he still can shoot now. And they actually have a shooting contest coming up soon between Gilbert and him. I don't know when they're going to actually film it, but sometime soon, Rashad McCats and Gilbert will have a 3-point shooting contest, which you guys know what I'm betting on. And there's just no question. I don't think there's no way McCants could beat my boy. He's definitely a lethal shooter still to this day. They both say they're still in the gym working on their shot too, but It's just different, bro. I think there's levels to this shit. You know what I mean? Now, mate, you heard? So yeah, that's gonna be crazy, man. Right. A lot of people was, yeah, you know, Nike by Use kind of got people back into the customs to be like, I kind of feel like that. Like the Bayou vibe was Nike's rendition, obviously, of customs. And I think that's probably the only thing that's accepted. But even when I see Bayous in the outlets and stuff, I'm like, you know, like, damn, like sometimes the customs are cool. The Bayous are cool. And sometimes they're not. I'm like, damn, they still have to sell this shit. Who's gonna actually buy this? Because obviously the person who made it didn't like it. That's why they returned it. So we got the Arizona State. Real quick, these restocks. I was talking about the restocks earlier. Like if the computer acts up, just consider it a break. We got dunks restocking that don't need to be restocking, especially when they're saying things are stale. We got the Arizona State dunks releasing tomorrow. Why? I don't know. The needles work. Y'all feeling these? I think they already came out. They did come out. I remember seeing them in stores. Who cares? I mean, I'm not a crazy dunk guy, so maybe somebody who's more crazy about dunks, maybe you guys care about those two right here. But I mean, like, they're going to sell. I mean, they're going to stay on the shelves too. The Stadium Green is a new release, I guess, that's coming out on the 13th. It's not listed as a restock, but they're restocking on the Dirty Denims on the 1st. Why? I seen the Dirty Denims by the boatload at the outlets, either on the back wall or like shelves with boxes available. Are they trying to? Is Nike repurposing the shoes? Black suede. Is Nike repurposing the shoes? And what I mean by that is Nike's gonna be like, hey, these shoes didn't sell. They didn't sell the outlets. Fuck it, take it off the shelves of the outlet. We're gonna re-release them as a brand new shoe. And maybe people think that they forgot, they missed out the first time, so we're just gonna repackage it and restock it again. It's more direct to consumer. It's just like them taking them. Okay, these shoes didn't sell at Foot Locker. Send them back to Nike. Okay, we're gonna restock them on sneakers or some shit, or restock them. And so they're saying restock, but it's probably just the shit that didn't sell. They're just gonna try to Did I just crack a code, or is that something that's been happening all the time? It's probably been happening all the time, but I just notice it more now because they're saying everything's so stale. I mean, why not just re-roll it out? I remember before, like when a video would do really bad, I would like take it down and then try to like re-premiere it later. This was like a while ago. And that shit didn't know. It was a stupid idea. It wasn't good. It's like the same type of thing. Like these didn't sell. Maybe if we list them as a restock, people will have an interest. Like, oh, restock means I missed before. I could grab them this time. But ain't nobody gonna grab them when you can find them at the outlets still. A lot of dunks and Nike's restocking. The Hurricanes. Nobody liked these. I thought that these were a pretty cool colorway, and I think maybe 3 years ago, this would have been one that had some resale value to it. But no, I did see that Nike sitting. But it's a restock, June 1st. I think those were all the. Oh no, then we got this Primal Pink also restocking June 1st. Then this metallic one restock. All these dunks that we don't care about. I'm assuming these are the dunks that did not sell out. They're just re-rolling them out. And if that's the case, how do y'all feel about that? Oh, yeah, you're right. They definitely are. They're definitely on that track. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Gill's gonna have a 3-point shooting contest with one of his co-hosts, Rashad McCants. And when they talked about it, Gill threw Nick Young's name in there too, but I don't know if Nick Young's still shooting like that. Maybe. I mean, shooters always still shoot. But apparently, you know, Gill's always at the gym at like 4 or 5 in the morning, and I guess McCats is always at the gym too. So they and not the last episode, but I think like maybe 2 episodes ago, 2 or 3 episodes, they were talking shit and they were talking about how one person hit 99 out of what was it? These niggas' numbers was crazy though. I think McCats said he hit 90 out of 100, and Gill's was like 98 out of 100 or some wild shit. And Gill's shooting thing is online too. So that's the one thing about it. Like niggas can talk shit and niggas can sound like you supporting or whatever, but the shit is there's proof in the pudding. There's a video of him shooting on the shooting rack when he had the 100,000 out, he was challenging Nick Young to a shooting contest for $100,000. He had the 100,000 in cash, and he's like, Nick can show up, so I'm just shoot my shots. And I think he went 98 for 100 or 98 out of 100 or something. It was like 95 and above out of 100 shots. 3-pointers. Fuck out of here, bro. But yeah, so yeah, shooting contest is gonna happen sometime this summer. Hopefully it happens soon, and hopefully it actually happens because cats might be sad people, but I don't know. But yeah, a lot of restocks. Unfortunate. Don't see why. But like I said, maybe I feel like I might have cracked the code. Maybe they're just re-rolling them out. Maybe that's not a code crack. Maybe that's something that's been happening forever. But this is my first time kind of really realizing that. Like, maybe that's what they're doing, bro. The shoes that didn't sell, as opposed to them just sending them to the outlets and just having them there and they not sell. Let's go ahead and relaunch them as a restock, and maybe we can get a little bit more sales of them before we ship them off to Burlington, Ross, and Marshalls. One last hoorah before they send them off to Burlington, Ross, and Marshalls. We're gonna start seeing dunks at Ross and Marshalls for $39.59. But this is the thing. I'm sure if they go to Ross and Marshalls, they might not be $39 and $49. They might be like, because Marshalls in them places have been getting a little smarter. For example, with the Crocs. Crocs used to be like 15, then 19, then 21, now 25, 32. 35, like they kind of crept up because they started noticing people buying them a lot. So with a dunk shoe like this, if it went to those stores like it used to, I have videos me passing up dunks, not realizing that I'm passing up a dunk. A couple times I picked it up and showed the camera, but they've actually had dunks in some of my videos on Bobby Thrift at Marshalls. So it's not like it's not been done before. So it's a chance that it's happening again. Maybe we'll get a chance to see it. The shoes will be flooded more than ever, obviously, because if they're that cheap, everybody's gonna go scoop them up and try to resell them. But yeah, that's just how the cookie crumbles, bro. I'm crazy to see, these restocks, how that's gonna happen. I mean, what's gonna be their next strategy after the restock flops? You know what I mean? They are pumping out way too many dunks. They find something that people like, and they try to just repurpose it, re-push it out. You know what I'm saying? They've been doing that for a long time. Huh? Guinness Book of World Records came onto the TNT and Kenny torched him. Nah, I didn't know. Rashad went on TNT before. Jordan 3 hide and seek. Good question. Haven't been out I went out to a mall for a few minutes. Not at the mall for sure. More than likely sneaker boutiques. Where are you located? Are you in California, LA? More likely sneaker boutiques, maybe a store like a Chic would have it. I'm not sure which location, like where you're at, but a Chic might have it. Maybe if you're in LA, a Jumpman LA might have it, probably stores like that. I don't know if I would think Foot Lockers and stuff would get it. I haven't been out in a couple of days to know, but that's my best bet. Try like a Chic, try like any type of sneaker boutique that you have. Oh, you seen one? You seen a raffle at Hibbett and Goat? Okay. Oh, most consecutive threes made. Oh, how many did he make? How many threes did he make? Let me go ahead and pull this up really quick. Then let me see. Hold on. So yeah, more restocks coming. Be on the lookout for that. Let me see. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna look it up on my phone really quick and go to the end and see what his shooting was. I'm also certain, like when you do it a Guinness Book of World Records, I think you have to call somebody down to then record the actual thing happening. You know what I'm saying? I think if you just go to the gym and just shoot your shots and record it and tell people you did it, I don't think they'll count it as that. So probably so, but if Gil didn't go to get it recorded, then it's not gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can find it. He beat I remember when he beat what's the boy's name? He beat Deshaun Stevenson in the shooting contest one-hand jump shot. Now let me find this one. It's like Gill Zero challenges Nick Young to a shooting contest. And then he went and shot his shots. And when he shot his shots, I think he sent it. Let me see. Of course, now because I'm looking for it, it's not going to pop up. But there's definitely a video of Gill shooting jumpers with a machine, and it's up there. Yeah. Can't find it right now. But yeah, that's crazy too. A lot of people are talking about the Skip or Shannon Sharpe leaving. That's important. Yeah, that's a big thing. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, Gilbert Arenas pulls up $100K for shootout with Nick Young. It was done 4 years ago. Oh, this video. What did they take it down? The original one? Because this don't have much views. There's another one that has a lot more views than this shit. But yeah, you guys can look that up to check it out and see. Let me see if I can skip it to see what number he's at when he finishes it. Yeah, man. Shooting is okay. Okay, let's see. Because maybe the one I'm talking to is wrong. But okay. Hold on.
I'm shooting from out of bounds, man. I'm shooting from out of bounds. Give me that shit.
So at the point of the video is 14 minutes long and 12 minutes and 54 seconds left. He's 94 for 99. So he missed 5 shots. Let me show y'all so make it clear. No cap in the wrap. In the corner right there, 95 for 100. Facts. That's a motherfucking shooter, boy. What did Curry do on that shot? Yeah, he did recently. Didn't Curry do some shit like that too? Now that's some years ago. People are gonna say that's old, but the shot never leaves. I'm curious to see what he does the next time he did it. Crazy though. I wish I could shoot 95 for a fucking $100. 95 for 100 from the 3-point line. That's some fucking shooting right there, bro. I think my arm now, because I haven't been shooting like that at all in the longest time, I probably get tired after. I'm gonna be nice to myself and say 50. Maybe it might be even a little lower. Dwayne Wade, what's going on with you, bro? Miami Heat is back in the finals. I know you happy. Shout out to you. Thanks for sliding by, bro. Yeah, James. Yeah, I feel you. What's the next show to listen to in the morning? Once that's over with, you feel me? Now that Skip and Shannon's about to be done, what's next? But wait, it gets worse. Uh-oh, let me see. What's this? Oh, the Guinness. So how many did he make? I need to go to the end. How many did he make? Let me see. Oh, wait. Oh, this is not the contest. This is just the guy who was on TNT. But yeah, like I said, when you do a Guinness Book of World Records, you usually have to reach out to somebody for them to come out and then test it to make sure you break the record. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know how many shots this guy made, but shout out to him for that. That's definitely dope, bro. That's definitely dope. But yeah, still 95 out of 100 is tremendous, and I don't know how many people out there is really doing that. Most important to the show, I obviously think it was Shannon, even though it was Skip's show. I think Shannon kind of brought the color and the extraness to the show that it needed. I think Skip Bayless's premise and how he's been has definitely been dated for a while now. You know, Shannon definitely brung the energy and brung the people back to the show, in my opinion. I mean, speaking personally, that's why I started watching it again. When he came on there and I seen that he knew what he's talking about, plus he's a LeBron fan, that's why I fuck with the show. Skip is just there to be the hater. And he might say that's his opinion of how he feels about stuff, but it just comes off as a hater. He don't really understand, and he don't have the same, like, he understands because he's been around it, but he's never been in it. And I respect Shannon's opinion more because he's been in it. And one thing that's dope about Shannon is He was a Hall of Famer football player that won some championships. But not only that, he could talk about all the other sports like he played those sports too. He could talk about golf. He could talk about baseball. He could talk about basketball. He could talk about football. He could talk about them sports just like he could talk about his own sport. That's what I fuck with. He was a great thing for the show. Stephen A. Smith left. He came on. It went smoothly. It wasn't a beat dropped. Of course, Skip stayed as the mainstay, but I mean, people wasn't watching fully for him. I mean, the one who gets the most animated and who makes you laugh, I would think. I mean, for me, I'm speaking personally, it's Shannon. He's the one who has the personality and the says the things that make you chuckle or laugh or agree with in a sense. You know, Skip is just more of a hater. So if you're a hater basketball player and you think athletes are prima donnas and all this other shit that people want to talk about with athletes, then you're gonna be on the Skip side. I think there is two different ways, just like the in the sneaker game, how there's consumers and resellers, and how the sneaker collectors have a little gripe against the resellers and vice versa. It's the same way when it comes to people speaking of sports when you are actually played the sport and somebody who's just watching the sport. It's a different vibe, and I kind of correlate those two. So Skip might have a lot of knowledge from being around the game and watching it, but to actually have put in the work to become successful at it, it makes your perspective on it a lot different, bro. I don't care how many times you've seen a route run and watched it and studied it. It's nothing like the same of actually doing the route and doing and completing it and knowing what it's like to go through it. You can say, oh, this guy could have played. He's not that tired. He's this young. He could, nigga, you don't know what kind of workout or what kind of strenuous thing they went through for the game because you never been experiencing that. You don't even have compassion for that point of it. So you got a lot of people out there who never did anything as far as sports, and they disagree with a person like Skip because they on the same boat, never did shit about sports and couldn't do shit. Might have maybe wanted to play sports but couldn't be successful at it, and might have been jealous or two of some people who more athletic than them. So they're gonna go with the hater side and go with Skip and think everything he says is right. And everybody's a crybaby and call people out their name like Westbrook and LeBrick and Bosch Spice. All that shit is disrespectful as fuck to people who really put in the work to make it to this professional lane, bro. And I know it's freedom of speech and people can say what they want to say and they say sticks and stones and all that shit, but at the end of the day, like, you got to respect people who put in that work. You can never call Westbrook Westbrick, even if he's not making his jump shots. His career it washes all that type of shit away, bro. And for people to be so dictated on calling them that, and now you got a lot of fans calling them that, fans who never played sports in their life and probably suck at their sport or the sport they're talking about the player too. It's like, shut up. I'm always feeling more the side of the player who played, you know, as opposed to the person who just analyzes and can break it down good. That's cool and dandy too. But I'm always gonna go more so with the opinion of a player who actually did the shit than somebody who's talking about doing it and watch people doing it. It's just difference, bro. It's levels to it. I really don't like the fact that people who never did it get a chance to talk about shit and have a solid opinion on it. Now, you know, like I said, we all have our opinions, you know, and it's just about how you deliver your opinions to make people believe what you're saying or gain to believe in what you're saying. I don't know, but a lot of stuff that Shannon or Skip says, a lot of it sounds like, you know, a little hate. That's why I love what Jalen Rose did to him when he broke it down, how he averaged 2 points in high school. Like, nigga, you over here talking all this shit. You like basically the water boy talking about what this guy did and this guy and calling him Bosch Spice and calling him out of his name. That shit don't make no sense, bro. Fans get these guys like Skip Bayless to help them feel more cool about themselves. Like, sit on their fat ass and just talk shit. You know, even when I talk shit about AD, like, I understand, like, the niggas in the league, I'm not. Like, I understand it. But, yeah, man, you're fragile. Work out the gym, get some strength training or something, because you break down every time you land on the ground. So it's like, I play some sports, but never on an NBA level or anything like that. So I don't go too deep, but you just got to go by the surface. Like, yeah, he's fragile. And that's what you're seeing. And I think Skip does that, but he does extra with it too. So that's what makes it crazy, bro. Jalen Rose called out Skip. There's an iconic interview online on YouTube. I'm sure it's got a bunch of millions of views where Jalen Rose called out Skip for his high school career and how many points he averaged and why didn't they make you do this and all this type of shit. And he was so turning red and like shocked, and that's why I think Jalen Rose has never been on their show again, because Jalen Rose called him out, similar to how T.O. called him out. Like, yeah, it's a lot. It's easy to talk shit from the couch. Never have done it, put in the work to do it, or maybe try to put in the work but didn't make it. And then you want to sit back and critique everybody like you know what you like you've been there. One thing about Gill when he does his podcast, a lot of shit he says sometimes might be outlandish or might be extra, but he does back a lot of it up with like deep rooted facts or really solid points that make the argument valid. And he also played at a high level, so it makes even more sense. How could you say no? You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Oh, Officer Cujo, man, that's where it's at. It's not just about the hype shoes. And to be honest, that's what my initial thought process was of starting my channel, was to talk about other shoes that not everybody's talking about, because at the time, you know, and even when I'm at the malls and stuff, I sold the Jordans and the retros because that's what people do want to see in the videos, but I definitely take time to show other shoes. When I first came into the YouTube situation or thought about doing it, you know, those Kaises, those Tony D's, the Bullet RCs, whoever else was around, Jacob Stars, those guys doing it, all they talk about is every single hype shoe they get. They get all the Jordans and all the hype shoes, and their shoes about hype shoes, which is fine because at the time, and maybe still, people like people who get the limited stuff that's not accessible for everybody else. But there is an audience for people who want to get the regular stuff. That just, you know, there's an audience for that too. So I figured I'd take the lane more on the generic shoes and the general shoes that everybody can have access to. And people want to go for the collections and stuff like that, or limited shoes. There's a lane and there's people out there for you to do that too. And I felt like in the sneaker game, there's a lot more people who do hype sneakers and limited sneakers than people who do more common sneakers. And you would think it would kind of be the opposite way around. Maybe it's just flooded on both ends. But from what I see, you'll see 90 videos on the Jordan 1 or Jordan 4 Lightning, but you'll see like 3 videos on the Harden Volume 7 or the MBO 3 or, you know, or 2 or whatever. You won't see as many people as you would on the hype stuff, you know, because it's like a monkey see, monkey do type of thing, you know, but it's also for the views, so I get it. But nah, man. Jeremy, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. NBA players wearing fake shoes, bro. You can't do it. Let me know what you guys think. Rashad, we fuck with you. You play for North Carolina. I say it again. You played for, I think, Dean Smith. Or was it Roy Williams? It was Roy Williams, I think. I'm not sure. But North Carolina is a staple in the basketball culture. So you get a lot of leverage because of that. You know what I mean? You really do. But when you come with Burberry-ish Jordans, it's not going to really fly the same way, bro. So, you know, clear it up. Say what you want to say. If you're going to go harder with it, go harder with it all the way. You know what I'm saying? And forget what people talking about. But just know that people will definitely that's the thing. If you own it, it goes away. If you own it, it kind of goes away. But if you don't, and you kind of like be begrudging about it, you know, it's not going to go away so easy. If you just join in, I'll bring it back up really quick so you guys can see. Shout out to Rashad McCats, though. I'm going to see him again. I'm going to see him a lot more. Hey, maybe he might see this video. Who knows? But yeah, man, like you're tripping with this, bruh. They use my shoe as an example of a real Jordan. Kenyon Martin's like, oh, that's a Jordan. His is a Jordan. What are those? It's a Jordan 11, though. You know what I'm saying? If he could have covered the top up a little bit, they wouldn't even known. I don't know if the chat was able to see that there was no Jordan logo on it, and that's why they were so begrudging on asking about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see if I can show you guys a position of where I was at. So you guys, let me put a picture up. Because like from my angle, I mean, I could kind of see it, but I don't think the camera angle is catching their feet. I'm pretty sure it doesn't catch their feet. So, yeah. Oh, it kind of does catch their feet. But I would assume you have to zoom in, which you can do on your phone. It's not like you can't do it on your phone. I'm like, I guess you would have to like zoom in to really see his shoe, you know. But the chat, they undefeated, they saw it, they was on it apparently the whole show. They had it multiple times in the chat, and then they had to ask it as the last question. This is where I was sitting from, like right, like on the side, like right on the side. There's this camera that's right here. I was to the right of this camera, but you can see his shoe. and he moving around when he sit back and stuff, so you can see that they're 11s. You see the colorway. You can see Kenyon Martin have some 4s on. Maybe not, this picture might be a little blurry, and I know he has 4s, but you can kind of see that this is a 4. She has those side collective shoes on. But so if you're a sneakerhead or sneaker lover, you know what a Jordan 11 looks like. So when you see that print, it's like, wait, hold up. I never seen, damn, bro. He didn't know what he was getting himself into that day, I guess. Shout out to Rashad, bro. He said, give a fuck about Jordan. This is my shoe. Jordan is the logo. They definitely need to stop releasing the 2s. They seen that the 2s had a little buzz and people was on them, so they try to ride the wave of the 2s, and it's slowly dying because it's not popular like that. It needs to be a collab or something, you know what I mean, for it to really stick, from what I'm seeing. More compliments on your MBO 2 Rick and Morty's than your Spider-Man Jordan 1s. Yeah. I mean, because people see the silhouette, they know what it is already. When you see a whole new shoe, a whole new silhouette, it's like, oh, what's that? I never seen that before. You know what I'm saying? Head turner. When you see that Jordan 1 silhouette or Dunk silhouette, you kind of already know what it is from a far distance, you know? It's crazy to see, though. Hopefully you guys were able to find something from the Yeezy drop that came out today. Hopefully you guys were able to scoop up some stuff from there. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would assume so. With if you guys saw my last video, shout out to Koo for bringing it up too. My last video, finding those Kyries for $25 at the outlet, and now what you mentioned that the 31st was the cutoff date for Kyries and Nike, so now I'm pretty sure they will start popping up more at Burlington's and Ross. They already are at Burlington and Marshalls, or Burlington and Ross. I'm seeing them all at Ross. I haven't seen them at Burlington yet. I haven't seen any Kyries at Burlington myself yet. I've only seen like the Zoom Freaks. I've heard LeBron 20s at Burlington, but I haven't seen Kyrie's there. Maybe I haven't been to enough locations, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just going to trickle down to those other stores, the Marshalls, the Burlingtons, and the Ross stores, which is a dope thing. It is a dope performing basketball shoe, and we are in the summertime when the leagues are really happening, the AAU tournaments and all that stuff for high school, college and below. So there are a lot of hoopers out there who need basketball shoes. So I'm sure people will be scooping them up for resale or for personal, buying them for the low to sell them for people who are trying to play ball and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, it seems like nothing's really hype right now. It seems like everything is kind of posted up, chilling. If it has a little buzz at first, once it drops, the buzz just vacates unless they go after the bigger sizes. Seeing the Jordan 6 Toros sit around, I've seen them at a couple stores in the display case, on display on the shelves. I thought when that first was mentioned that shoe would be around and that shoe probably would sell out and all these type of things, but it really didn't. I mean, it did. I think it did online fairly quickly, and of course, the bigger sizes went. But I'm able to find them at some of the stores. That's not an uncommon thing. You know what I mean? So that's just the market that we're in. The market is down, so a lot of things are just posted up, sitting around at the outlets, going for cheaper and cheaper. You know what I mean? So it just really remains to be seen what's next. Only see things go cheaper. So if you're somebody who do collect shoes, this is a good time to go back and find some things that you might have missed out before. The reselling is dropping on pretty much everything right now. People are trying to, people are trying to, get rid of their stuff and liquidate some of their stuff. I'm one of the people trying to get rid of my stuff too. I got a lot of things that I have, newer items and older items. I'm still going out to do retail arbitrage, but being as selective as you can be is what I'm doing. I go and get some shoes, try and find and see what they are. Luckily, I have more outlets now. Besides, I'm gonna stop saying everything because I've been tuned into. I don't know, man. Sometimes you want to be so comfortable and just speaking freely and what you're doing and your moves, but there are people kind of listening and watching who are like, I don't know, man. I don't know. So yeah, but at the same time, yeah, the grind is there. people are dropping the prices for their stuff. So if you're somebody trying to grab stuff that you need, trying to go back to cap something, this might be the time to do it, or maybe even wait a little longer. You know. But yeah, a lot of things that I do go when I go out and source. Not everything now goes to my website. Not everything goes to my website, and not everything goes to my other platforms. I do have 2 or 3 people that are resellers too, so I can get it off to them, and also my members. So there's definitely more outlets than just meets the eye, and I do try to meet that. I do try to say that in those videos, so people out there who doing retail arbitrage can know, that it's important to have multiple ways to get rid of the shoe, not just 1 or 2 platforms. Yes, I do use eBay to kind of give you guys and give us a general understanding of what the profit could potentially be, but other platforms are different too, and all kinds of stuff. You can find it for more on other places or lower. It really just depends on the item. I think I'm just tired a little bit because I just came from the gym before I got here. I was gonna hop in the shower, but I felt like if I hopped in the shower when I got here, I probably wouldn't have started till maybe 10:45, 11. So I was like, no, let me go ahead and get on live now and then get in the shower and everything afterwards. I don't want to take a chance of somebody else breaking this Rashad McCants thing down before I did. To be honest with you, it'd be my luck. Maybe somebody already did it. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But I just wanted to make sure I talked about it while it was fresh in my brain. I felt like if I'd have sat on it and waited, I probably wouldn't have wanted to did it and probably would have added it to tomorrow's. And I'm like, nah, let me just get it out now. Procrastination is a motherfucker. And we're not doing that, bro. Oh no, his shoes, you ain't telling me. You see behind me. Excellent shoe for hooping. And the fact that the Infinity is as low as it is, that's definitely a steal for hoopers out there. The Kyrie Low 5, the Kyrie Infinity are really good basketball shoes. Now, the Fly Trap is a little bit more iffy. I'm hearing mixed reviews on those. The traction might be a little iffy. You might have to play on those on like a super well-kept court. If you have a dusty court or a slippery court, the Fly Traps might not be the best. The Fly Trap 6. But the Infinity and the Kyrie Low 5 is magnifique. So definitely it's a good thing that these things are going for so low, because if you're somebody who needs them for hooping, it's what you want to do. You know what I mean? And yeah, wow. So the Laney's did sell out, huh? Well, online, because I saw the Laney's in one store that I went to today. I did see the Laney's available at one location. I know a lot of people did like those shoes too, and I think they didn't make as many Laney's as they did other shoes. That's why it might have sold out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, it sucks, bro. People hitting me up, asking me kind of questions. Oh, so if you do this, then you do this, and damn, you should be doing this, huh? And what's next? Like, wait, hold up, chill out, chill out. So yeah, bro, you gotta, it's I don't know, man. I mean, I'm still good, but I don't like that. So I mean, it's nothing like I had to be like super concerned with, but at the same time, like that shit is just kind of not cool, bro. Yeah, true. Maybe not making that many 14s makes sense. Yes, not many made. That's why they, probably seem like they sold out. And I'm sure the bigger sizes did go. The color combinations on point. And that's a shoe that I definitely would have copped in normal circumstances. But like I'm saying, man, it kind of makes me feel weird to even buy a shoe knowing what I kind of know and stuff. It just don't make sense, bro. It just don't make a lot of sense. And I only wear a handful of my shoes anyway. I'm trying to make myself wear more shoes of my collection. I always try to do that and find myself going back to something I wore 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago or a few days ago, as opposed to just going through every shoe and wearing all my fucking shoes, man. You know what I mean? Azula, what's good? Welcome to the stream. I'm sure. Yeah. They're trying to get them things out, get them done, so they don't have to sell them to Marshalls and Ross for even cheaper. You know what I mean? Makes sense. Kyrie's for Lowski right now. Good time if you guys are liking the Kyrie Infinity. Like I'm telling you, I like them, but I'm not adding anything else to my collection as far as the Kyrie Infinity, just because I don't need any more. I mean, the N7's cool. I've been seeing that a little bit more at Ross. It's tempting. Not really going after them. I don't know what other colorway. If I found that purple one again, maybe I would double up on it, But yeah, I'm not not itching to get them. I do have one or two up on I have a few pair on my website, actually. I do have some Kyrie Infinities on my website available if you're looking for them. But yeah, Kyrie Infinities are floating around. I would love for them to start popping out with the older silhouettes. Can we get some more of the 7s, the 6s? I know them shoes didn't sell out. I mean, I don't think they completely sold out of all the Kyrie 6s or 7s. Maybe the 4s, but I would love for them to just liquidate all the 4s too. If Kyrie 4s could start popping up at Ross, I would be a kid in the candy store, and I might have to consider my thoughts of what I just said. But it would be a lot cheaper than the retail, so I wouldn't feel as bad if I found some Kyrie 7s that I didn't get, or the Kyrie 4s for sure. But I feel like all them shoes is long gone, even though I feel like they might not be long gone. You know what I'm saying? Azula, no, I did not. I did not go after Yeezys. I didn't participate in the draw at all. That's dope that you did hit though. That's dope. I did see some people hit. Congratulations to all the winners. You know what I'm saying? I know this is like a topic, and you know, people don't know, feel like Yeezys are never coming back and all this stuff, you know. Who knows? Maybe it might be the end. I thought they said they had other silhouettes and new silhouettes that they're gonna release. Maybe that's it. Maybe no more restocks. I feel like they're losing money, so maybe they might make a Christmas restock. Who knows? We don't know what the future holds. They say one thing, do another thing all the time, bro. You know? So it is what it is. The only thing I really wanted would have been a zebra or those blue slides. Other than that, I'm cool. I do have 350s in my collection. I don't really need slides. I have enough. I'm chilling, bro. But if I had an opportunity to get those blue ones for retail, I would have did it. I would have pulled the trigger like crazy. But yeah, good luck to everybody. I mean, I think, not good luck, because I think people already got their shoes. Damn, that's bad, bro. It's bad that I was doing that. Let's get to that. But yeah, full day, full busy day, good day at the end of the day, which is what we like to see, a good, busy, positive day. You know, got to chill out with the homie, got to go ahead and get some comedy with this whole shoot thing. That environment was dope. The house is crazy. The just a good day, bro. We like to have these. I hope you guys had one too. You know, more to come, of course. I'm sure for all of us, a lot more positive things and good things to happen to us in our future. That's what I'm putting out there for y'all and myself. We're just thinking about what I'm about to eat. I'm getting a little hungry. Maybe I'll eat some fruits. I got me a bunch of fruit in the crib. Some cantaloupe, some honeydew melon, some blueberries, and some strawberries. I'm about to fuck that up real quick. I think that's gonna be cool before when I get out the shower. Tomorrow, Thursday, Throwback Thursday video will be dropping at some point. Maybe I can get it out in the morning. I'm gonna see what's up, what happens with me the rest of my night. I will be up a little late. So to each his own, we'll see, man. But don't wear the fake shoes if you don't want to, man. If you don't have to, don't do it. If that's what you do, to each his own. Just let people know if they ask you that they're fake. Don't be trying to fugaze people. More and more people are buying fakes as their collection and is adding them and no cares. You know, they don't want to go through the hassle of a reseller paying more to resell. That's the excuse. But now there's no excuse because everything's going so low now. Your excuse is not, I go with the fakes because they're not. I'm not trying to get taxed for the real one. That kind of excuse is kind of being it can get suppressed now because the shoes are coming out and not being much over retail. So you might pay even more for the resale pair. I mean, the fake pair. I don't know. Maybe that could be how it worked. Who knows? Who knows? But it's gonna be interesting to see, man. So tomorrow, some more content coming. Maybe we'll go live again. I'm gonna do some research to see what else my cat's been wearing, and I want to know what the boy gonna wear tomorrow, bro. Is he gonna come with these again? Is he gonna come back with these same shoes again, these Burberry Jordan 11s, or is it gonna be another custom? That's what the question is. The question shall remains, though. Shout out to everybody watching on Twitch, Bobby Thrift and Bosco Mitchell. I'll see you guys in the next video live stream. Have a great night wherever.